big dreamers. Hello. Hi guys, hello. My name is Jana, Kingsford, chief big dreamer of the internet. I have a lot to live up to because the last Facebook Live that I did was literally like the best Facebook Live on planet Earth ever about big dreams, and I feel like it is going to be so helpful and it's going to go down in history as an amazing training, to definitely like a must-watch training. So here we are on my Facebook Live quest. This one is all about firing on all cylinders, and to be true to the training, I did what I usually do and go, what do I need right now to be firing on all cylinders for this Facebook Live so I can deliver and serve the shizzles out of you guys with an amazing training that's going to top the one that we did yesterday, or just be amazing on its own by itself. And I said to myself, let's go for a swim in the water. So I went for a swim in the water. So right now we are at Cleaverville Beach. We are off grid at the moment. We're literally like running on the sun. I love saying that. We're running on the sun. Yes, we are. We're running on the sun. And I'm just fiddling with my hair trying to figure it out right now because it's a little bit wet but a little bit dry. And I'm in so much high vibes because I'm all about the big dreams at the moment. Because if you don't know me, I'm like, big dreams is my thing. Big dreams is the idea that I'm here on the internet to represent, and this is what I'm here to represent every single freaking day of my lifetime, is to be out there on the front lines repping repetition. And so when I'm talking about big dreams, just know I do talk about business, and I talk about business in the context of it is a vehicle, it is a vessel for your big dreams. It just so happens that our big dreams fall into the context of being a life worker. We make books, we make courses, we make memberships, we make masterminds. And I'm so happy that I went for a swim, because otherwise I would be boiling freaking hot right now. So I'm so happy that I did that. Okay, so today what I want to talk about with you guys today is about firing on all cylinders. And I've got like a little bit of a framework to offer you guys. I'm going to just share this over to my page. All shared, all done. So what I talked about yesterday was each of your big dreams, they have a timeline. So there is a timeline of going through setting your mind to the big dream, working on your beliefs around the big dream, and taking action around the big dream. And then you move into resistance. And then through the resistance, we are ebbing and flowing, and we're moving and we're growing during the resistance, all the way to the results, all the way to the end, all the way to the rewards of when that said project is done, of literally like the completion of that big dream is done. However, when you're in the rewards, it doesn't mean that you're finished. You're kind of just getting started with the final finishing off project. The project may be done, the goal or the target may be achieved, but it is not the end. It is not the finish of it all. There is still sabotage to move through, and there is still sweet success to lock in. So this is what happens when you're going after your big dreams. I feel like my hair is like really big. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, anyway. So what I realized is through all these phases, so that you don't lose your mind, is through the big dreams, through the belief of every single big dreams timeline that you're on, recognizing that each big dream has its own individual timeline. And side note is each of these big dreams, there's an amazing reframe that I came up with yesterday, as in like, because I was doing an amazing Facebook Live, which actually activated so much more material, so many more downloads, so many more messages that I get to pass on for you guys, so much more articulation of the way that I do it to imprint myself with my big dreams and to utilize my big dreams blueprint. That's the template for which all my big dreams happen, which all my big dreams go from idea to done through to the implementation, through all the phases. What I noticed is, so with each of those big dreams, like I said, you've got a timeline for each one of those, and at the same time you've got multiple timelines of going on at the same time. This is why big dreams send people crazy. It sends them into the cuckoos, because when you've got a multiple big dreams going on, like just say you want to create a life workers business, and you want to take it to the multiple six figures, right? So you want to create a multiple six-figure, you're basically a six-figure framework for your life's work, say, which is, you know, the minimum effective dose for your a thriving, healthy, amazing business that can show up and serve and serve more. So say, for example, you have that multiple six-figure dream going on, and then you've got some other big dreams going on. So you want to write a book, you want to create a #1 best-selling book, you want to become a TED Talk, you want to do TED Talks, or you want to do daily Facebook Lives, or whatever the big dream happens to be, macro or micro. Just think about this. You're in multiple levels and multiple big dreams all at once. When you just have one big dream, which is very rare, very, very, very rare, when you just have one big dream, multiple six-figure business, that's it. Most of the time, you're going to have other overlapping big dreams that go along with that, right? So if you're watching the after party, let us know with our unique Big Dreamers after party code. So when you have one big dream, it's kind of linear. You can go through the big dream setting process. You set your mind to the big dream. You can go through the building the belief to match that big dream. So once you're a match for your big dream, your beliefs match your big dream, then you are going to actually find yourself in alchemistic action. So you would have activated action. So you'll start to take action. Then you're going to hit resistance. So you're going to be in the resistance right until the end. You're going to be ebbing and flowing. That's why people go, oh, I'm in flow. I'm in an ebb. I'm in flow. I'm in an ebb. Well, the natural rhythm of the universe is ebb and flow. And so resistance are like the tides, and you are going to experience resistance the whole entire way, all the way from the beginning of resistance to the end of completing that project, right? Say hi if you're there. Let me know. So what I noticed is resistance is actually you move through that all the way to finishing the project. So that's the flows and the ebbs through resistance. Most of us spend most of the big dreams chase in the resistance, because the action phase, just before you hit resistance, that first phase of action, that ripe and brand new phase of action, right when you first hit it. I cannot see comments. What is going on? Why is there no comments? I cannot see comments. My screen is like this weird thing on the side. Whatever, I'm just going to keep going with it. I've got so much goodness that's channeling through me. We're not going to stop and stuff around with tech stuff. Let's just continue. P.S. Is the sound okay? I know that I'm in the bright lights at the moment, and I know that I'm in the wind. We're playing with the elements right now, so hopefully it is working for you. So what I noticed is the action, the first initial activated action, is actually when motivation has begun. Motivation is right in the action phase. It is ripe, it is ready, there is action being taken. Sound is fab. Woohoo! You should see my little setup. I've got a little camping chair. I've put the phone in it so that I can go live on the beach, so I'm super excited. Okay, so in resistance, I have more levels and more layers to share with you from yesterday's Facebook Live training around big dreams, blueprinting yourself. We have decided on the name, because Big Dreams Bootcamp has been done. I did that, and I don't really believe in rebranding. So this is it's so beautifully perfect. We don't need to rebrand. We don't need to redo. We can just make something absolutely brand new. So if you watched yesterday's, I was saying it was called Big Dreams Bootcamp, but I also said that I'm not quite decided. I'm not fully locked in. I reached out to all the big dreamers just today, just before, and it was unanimous. Everyone said blueprint, 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 which is great. And then even husband agreed blueprint. So that means we're going with that. And then it was really good for me, because the reason that I wanted to call it blueprint was it's an imprinting. It imprints this template on you, so you feel like you're imprinted with your big dreams, and then therefore you can go after them even stronger. Yeah, yesterday's training was epic. Yay for more. This one is going to be even more epic. I've got a framework to really help you to understand those initial motivated stages. I've been working with clients for years and years and years. I've been working with them to achieve their big dreams for years and years and years. I get to actually be with them when they've achieved their big dreams, because my coaching is so amazing that I actually get to be there when the big dream is achieved. Hands up who's created big dreams, macro big dreams, micro big dreams. We don't say little big dreams. We say macro big dreams and micro big dreams. Micro big dreams may be just like selling your first product online. Micro big dreams might be doing a daily Facebook Live. Micro big dreams are all around those, and those are usually means to your big macro big dreams, right? So that's a framework for another day. We should probably note that down. That's probably something that I need to talk about, is macro big dreams and micro big dreams. I love that, because no big dream is little. It is always big. No matter the size, it is always big. Because, you know, doing a Facebook Live daily, that's major, that's massive. So I want to talk to you about firing on all cylinders, how that is related to action and how that is related to habit. So can we put those notes down so that I make sure that I go back to them and move? And then the third bit is moving and making sure you're firing on all cylinders, even if you are simultaneously in sabotage in one big dream and resistance in another. But I'm also going to break it down for you, action and the motivation of the initial stages of big dreams. So let's do that first. Oh my God, I feel like you guys, resident big Facebook livers are in the house. Christina and Wendy are becoming famous because you always hear me say Christina and Wendy, because they're always here live, because they are dedicated big dreamers and learners. Habits and actions, thank you so much for taking the notes. This is going to go down in history. This is going to be amazing. Right, I want you to take a second to think about one of the big dreams you have achieved, or one of the big dreams you may be right in the middle part of the action phase, the action stage of your big dream, of one particular big dream. So picture one of these big dreams, right? So what might be happening is you set your mind to that big dream, you built your belief to that big dream, and then you're in the action phase. Who has experienced that initial blast of full on, full in, completely magical, completely activated, completely alchemistic action at the start of a big dream? Who has experienced that magically motivated as hell stage? This is basically a Facebook Live about motivation. Let's take notes of that, because that's what I can put onto the YT to name it. So in the action stages, right? So in action, what is going to happen is that is when you have the most purest form of motivated action. That is when you want to realize that that is going to be the last time for the entire process that it feels like that. I'm just going to be real. I'm a big dreams whisperer. I know what goes on. I've talked to a lot of big dreamers, and resisting this fact actually causes more harm than good. Now, I'm all about manifesting, and it gets to be the way that you want it to be, but also I love to call it how it is. I'm very direct, and I'm very like, call it how it is also, but also work with the way it works and work with the way that it works for you. Oh my God, my hair is doing all sorts of things today. Okay. In the motivated first stages of action, you are going to feel like taking action was easy. You're going to feel like it's like boom, 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 taking action. Oh my God, I'm so motivated. This is just going to keep being like this. How could they not be like this? Especially like when you write a book, right? You write a book, the first like week or so, for example, the first week you are writing, it is banging out of you. Oh my God, this book is just moving through me, and it is just coming through me at a bullet a gate, and it's so amazing. Or when you are launching your first course online, it's just like, oh my God, action, 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 and you're taking action, and you are so purebredly motivated. I don't even know if that's a word, but you are so motivated. I feel like I want to take my glasses off. We could do that. And you are so freaking motivated, you can't even imagine not taking action. You can't even imagine it being hard, right? I need to put this in a little bit of the shade, a little bit more shade there for my phone, because otherwise it'll go overheated. So then what will happen is what you'll find is the initial action phase wanes, because that's when you get this dip in motivation. You fall off the bandwagon. All of a sudden, what was easy to do before becomes a little bit hard. All of a sudden, you've broken that habit. All of a sudden, something else comes up. All of a sudden, you're a bit bored of it. You become a bit bored. You become a bit distracted. You become really procrastinating. You really procrastinate. You become bored, and all these things sort to come in the way to kind of mess with your flow, right? That initial phase of action is actually what is meant to happen. So you actually put your line in the sand and you get it started. So once you've got it started, you really do know that it is meant to be either completed, or it's going to be, you know, a massive point of reference where you do a lot of work around it. This is where character is built, and this is where motivation is sought out outside of yourself. So at the start, when you're first taking that action, you don't need no motivation. It just happens. You are taking action. Nobody can take action that freaking fast before. That is the pure action phase, and it is the most beautiful phase, and I just love that phase because it is so fun to take that much action. Then you shall hit resistance. Resistance is when you start to procrastinate, you get distracted, you get overwhelmed, you get all these emotions and energies coming up, which are literally protection mechanism. Procrastination is a protection mechanism. It is what I taught in Productive on Purpose in years ago when I had this course called Productive on Purpose. I taught all these mindset practices for when you're procrastinated, when you're distracted, when you're overwhelmed, when you're in all these states of slowing down the action rates. When you're in all these states of slowing down the action states. I love that. This is where character is built. In this middle bit of a big dream, that is where your character is built. So that is after your motivation has run out, that initial stage of action has run out, you're going to meet resistance. And this is where we talk about firing on all cylinders. So what I want you to know is you will be stuck straight into the mud. You'll be procrastinating. Some of your projects, right now you're on multiple big dreams timelines, right? And you may be in a couple of resistance ones before that reward passes, like that reward stage happens, aka you complete the big dream, you complete the project, you complete the target, say for example. Resistance on multiple big dreams that are in resistance mode, which is basically after that initial action, impulsive, it could be 3 months that you just like take action, and then you're in the mud of resistance, where the unknown, where the fear comes up, where the distraction comes up, where the procrastination comes up, where the overwhelm comes up, all these things come up. This can be related really closely to launching. It's a really great way to see this whole process play out. The initial stage, set the big dream, I'm going to launch a course. I'm going to build my belief to that launching that course. I'm going to take action on that course. And it's like the first 2 weeks you were just like banging it out. You were taking so much action. Nothing could stop you. There's no procrastination. You are expanding time. You're alchemizing everything. Your action is alchemized, and it is just the most beautiful, amazing process. Then what will happen after that action starts, then your action will start to wane, and then you move into resistance. So what I want you to remember, that is really a special time to absolutely amplify. It's not making it wrong. I want you to amplify that first initial action stage for any big dream, because what you have done there, you have drawn a line and put a stake in the sand. We are doing this big dream. I am on this and I'm in this. Then once you meet resistance, what we've got to recognize is a lot of your big dreams are going to be right now. You will be in multiple levels of resistance over multiple projects. And this is where we feel like I got to get my shit sorted. I got to get my shit together. Who has like had those feelings of I got to get my shit together. I got to get it together. I got to sort myself out. I got to sort my shit out. That is actually a natural thing that we say during resistance, because we have got multiple big dreams that are overlapping resistance, so multiple fears that get to be worked on during those phases, right? So this making sense? Does this make sense to you guys? So this is where character is built, and the resistance will last from the end of that first motivated section of action. Once you flip over to your first bout of resistance, literally until the project is finished, resistance will be something that you ebb and flow with while still taking action, but melting through the resistance. So the resistance happens the whole way to the end, unless you are some magical being, which I've never experienced, who gets, I'm going to write a book. Right. From go to woe, they just wake up every day, they write their 1,000 words. The book is amazing. There is no resistance. There is no fear. There is no no digging into the unknowns. There's no worrying about whether it's great or not. They just know it's great, and they just get going and they write the thing, and they know it's epic, and they know that it's going to work, and they know that they're going to love it, and they know that it's going to sell millions of copies, and they just go from go to woe. Who on this universe, have you ever experienced that? Do you know anybody in the entire universe that has ever had that kind of experience of writing a book or any sort of project until it was the target was done, like the actual thing was done, right? Yes, me, Wendy. I know. I love that. So I want you to know that that resistance is not something, it's not a hump. The reason that it's not action, resistance, action is because resistance is actually where we take the action, even though we are in resistance simultaneously every single day. It's kind of like the war of art. It's like it's constant ebb and flow and relationship with resistance. Now, resistance is literally fear, manifested. It's fear manifested. It's what are you, basically, like, to make the Cliff Notes version of resistance, obviously it's really deep and there's so many layers and there's so many levels to it, but it's fear manifested. The main go-to I go to in my resistance phases is it's deep fears. Fears of the unknown. Fears that I'm going to do this project and it's going to lead to pain. So it's an aversion to pain, although it is creating pain in and of itself. If you're feeling the pain, you are trying to avoid pain. So we all know about the avoiding pain or avoiding pleasure, going towards pleasure, or avoiding pain. And so avoiding pain is us being in resistance and staying still and stopping where we're at, because we don't know what's on the other side of completing that project. We don't know that, heck, we're going to write this book and nobody's going to buy it. Heck, I'm going to create a multiple six-figure business and then I'm going to be unhealthy and I'm going to be sick and all these bad things are going to happen. So it's whatever. Resistance is the time that we really work on our associations with this success, with this big dream coming true, with actually doing this big dreams. What are the fears around it? What are our associations? What are our painful associations that we do X and it'll equal Y, and Y is pain. Y is something that you don't want, something that you've always averted, something that you've always avoided, something that you've always retracted and moved away from. So fear is what usually is an ebb and flow situation during that stage. So in order to be firing on all cylinders during the process of juggling multiple big dreams timelines at the same time, in order to do that, we've got to recognize that you will literally end up, this is why I actually feel like depression is really rampant in entrepreneurs. However, we usually don't call it that. But however, we actually don't feel like it is truly that, but it is depressive symptoms. The way that I see it is, I actually was listening to something, it just randomly popped up in my feed the other day. It was an interview with Grant Cardone or something. I think it was Grant Cardone. And he said, he kind of realized that it was something about, he understood that he was meant to be extremely driven, and when he wasn't, it was bad for his mental health. But also when he's in the middle of big dreams, well, I mean, that's in my languaging, I guess, there's always this undercurrent of wanting to be happy with what you have. There's always this undercurrent of wanting to not want more. But then this constant battle between wanting more and then this feeling that you shouldn't want more and you should be just content, and I can't wait for it just to be all good and I can stop striving and I can stop going for it and I can stop stressing and I can stop being disappointed with myself, and because I know I made it. I want you to know there's actually never a point in time, not that I've experienced, where it's just like you fully made it, and there's not a point in time where there's not this like, I could be doing better, or I could be doing more, I could be achieving more. And I think this comes up when you're in multiple forms of resistance at the one time, because resistance is real. It is that pure procrastination, that is that like that it is pure distraction, it is pure overwhelm, it is purely meeting head on your deepest, darkest fears. And only the brave among us go for their big dreams and multiple ones at the same time. And resistance, the anecdote to it is acceptance. And along my journey, one thing I've noticed over and over and over again, the thing I try to vehemently avoid, completely avoid, is usually the things that I fear most. But the avoiding and the aversion of those are what makes the resistance attack harder, dig in harder. Because I'm like, nope, that's not going to happen. Nope, that's not going to happen. Versus acceptance. The anecdote and the opposite of resistance is acceptance. one of the biggest lessons I ever learned, and let me know if this resonates, middle of the way through each of your big dreams, or one of your big dreams that you know is going to be, if it sticks, if it works, it's going to lead to success in some form, some milestone of success. What happens in the middle is that first bout of action, that first bout that you took of action, actually scares the shit out of you. Because imagine if you continued on that path. Imagine if you were to be that obsessed continually. Imagine if you lost yourself like you lose yourself in those initial bouts of action. In those initial activated, I have a big dream, I built my belief, I take action like a bull at a gate, I'm immersed, I am obsessed, I'm completely losing myself in my life's work, then the resistance usually comes in because we're scared, because we freak out, seeing the power that we have available to us. And resistance, and working on the resistance until we move through and get the project complete, the thing done, the big dream achieved. Until we move through that, we are constantly going to be in dissonance with what we want to do and how we feel we should be, mixed with outside opinions, mixed with our own guilt. And so what I've noticed with resistance, if we don't meet it with acceptance, it will get its claws in you and it'll take you down. And you will not get that thing done. It is that journey of the big dreamer where this is why I feel like the meaning of life is to go after your big dreams with the ones you love, doing what you love. Not like big dreams chasing is this some beautiful magical journey. It's actually fucking hard. It's literally not for the faint-hearted. It's literally like you need to have a brave heart to go after your big dreams in such a brave, bold, blazing way, like a bull at a gate, because it's breaking down and dismantling society's structures about what you should do and how you should be and how you should act. And when you find yourself taking that level of activated action that is somewhat magical, completely motivated and totally obsessed and losing yourself in your life's work, we will shut that shit down quicker than you can click. And then you're in resistance, and for the entire time from that point forward until the completion of that project, until the achievement of that big dream, you are going to be battling and dealing with long-held projections, long-held beliefs that limit you, that cap you, that let you swirl around in the fear of the unknown, and most importantly, the fear of yourself and the fear of what you actually are capable of. And if you know my purpose here on earth is to help you to feel capable of your big dreams. It is so simplistic as that, but so profound and so dynamic as that. Because to help you to feel capable is actually not being scared of your own power and your own commitment. So the antidote to resistance is acceptance. To give you one massive example, and before I go into that, I'm going to read the comment. Yes, I am accepting there will always be a yearning for more and to be okay with that. Exactly, because that's what Wendy said. So Wendy said, yes, I am accepting that there will always be a yearning for more and to be okay with that. I will tell you an amazing analogy that I came up with today in a client call. I said to her, all right, do you ever feel bad about wanting, not so much wanting, but do you ever feel bad about putting a time, attention, and love into your partner? Do you ever feel bad for wanting and desiring closer connections with your kids? Do you ever feel bad of wanting to be more healthy? The thing here is, why do we feel bad about wanting to achieve our big dreams and getting lost in our life's work of what we've been called to do. Because not everybody is called. Not everybody, this is not everybody's purpose. It's definitely not for everybody. I'm only speaking to the ones that are called. I'm only speaking to the ones that this is meant to be what you're meant to be doing. I'm not talking to any Jack and Jill up the hill fetching pails of water who don't feel cold and don't feel this gravitational pull to achieve their purpose in life. Wendy said, the antidote to resistance, acceptance. Thank you for note taking. I love that. So, are you hearing what I'm putting down? Is this vibing with what are the ahhs that you are getting so far? So, to give you the example, and then I want to talk about firing on all cylinders. The example here is, once upon a time, I remember I was deep in resistance around, I think our trip around Australia. I think it was our first trip around Australia. I was deep in resistance. Also, deep on the other side of action. Thank God for action, right? So here's a great way to look at it. I took action, aka got rid of other stuff, bought our caravan, told our whole family we're moving, and then I hit resistance. Too late. You've pretty much sold all your stuff. You pretty much got the ball rolling. That's the beautiful part of that initial action, is your ball is rolling. That big dreams ball is rolling and snowballing, and you are going to find yourself in the middle of resistance. And sometimes you've got the ball rolling so much that you have to move through this resistance. And that's the beauty of it. Like, a book is you're not held accountable to anybody, which is not something that I totally believe in, but you can tell what I mean. It's like when I said, and when we bought the caravan for our first trip around Australia, and we told all of our family that we're moving, we started to sell all of our stuff. We're literally sleeping on a mattress on our floor because we sold our bed. I was on the other side of action. I took the action, and so now I'm in the middle of a big dream that now I'm obviously hitting resistance with, but it's too late. I've put the ball is in motion. The ball is in motion. The big dream is happening. So I need to work on my resistance. And so when I was in my resistance phase, I remember the main fear that came up was success equals lose myself. This big dream is like lose myself. Because I don't know why. It was just like it was like success equals you lose yourself. And I was just so vehemently against that. Me being the balance girl, me being my family is such a priority, me being like wanting to spend time with my family, me loving spending time with my family, me loving being that balance girl, you know, like not being completely immersed in my work, right? And I was just continually trying to counteract that, trying to counter that belief around my big dreams. This big dreams means losing myself. This is where social media comes into the equation. My description, once I figured this out, I was like, what if my big fear, because my big fear was I'm going to lose myself. So I was like, what if my big fear comes true? What's the worst that could happen? And what if we reframe it to be like, that's what we want in life. We want to lose ourselves in something that matters. We want to lose ourselves in our life's work. We want to get lost in order to be found. Isn't that the point? To lose ourselves, to lose all feeling of having control, to lose all feeling of being gripped by the society's expectations of you, to lose that feeling of being and living up to other people's expectations. Isn't that the point? And I freaking reframed it to I actually want to lose myself. I want to lose myself in my work. I'm going to lose any ideas and old paradigms about myself. I'm going to lose it all. I want to lose all these perceptions of myself. I want to lose everything and every idea I had about myself, and I want it to be gone. And then social media comes into the equation to lock it all in. I named my trip, our first trip, about getting lost to find ourselves. Getting lost to find ourselves. And so the extension of my belief work became my marketing for my trip around Australia. It became the tagline, became the mantra, became the motto of our big lap around Australia, the first one. And it was getting lost to find ourselves in our togetherness. We get lost to find ourselves in our togetherness. It was just the most epic reframe, and that happened in my resistance. So resistance is not something to fight. Resistance is something to accept, that it is a part of the process, and it is a really important part of the process too. It is not a part of the process just like, you know how everybody talks about like ego and stuff like that. It is not something to be feared. It is not something to be dismissed. It is not something that I want you guys to hate that bit, hate the resistance, because from the resistance, character is built. The character is created to be, so through the resistance, the character is created for you to be somebody who can have and hold your big dream. Somebody that can actually have it and actually hold it. That's actualization of a big dream. To have the character to be somebody who can hold and have that big dream. Make sense? So resistance is basically the part in which you grow. The resistance is where you become the person, and you become the person that can have and hold the big dream at the end. And the resistance is that pressure. The resistance is that work through. The resistance is what forces you and gets you to work on these things that if left undone, the big dream will never be complete. The big dream will never be actualized. You may be able to, by force and might, achieve the big dream, but the big dream will never actualize. There is a difference between big dreams achieving and big dreams actualization. The achieving is write a best-selling book, right, done. The actualization is, it is in your cells, it is a part of who you now are. You can do it again and again and again, and you are now very much changed human being because of that big dream, because that is the whole point of your big dream. You are given a big dream so you can become everything that you are. You are given a big dream so you can become everything that you are. And the resistance is that diamond stage where you get rubbed up to really work through your resistance, come to those acceptance points and reframe it and rework all your fears to get them to be the thing that gets you through and that grows you through and grows you into being and becoming the person that you always are, because that is really what each big dreams timeline represents. Each big dreams timeline represents you becoming more and more and more of yourself, which then gives so many people out in the world more permission to be more and more themselves. And so that's why I care so deeply about big dreams, because literally before I started chasing my big dreams, I was a high school dropout teenage mum, lazy couch potato. I would literally sit down and watch TV for most of the day because I had no big dream brewing in me. I had big dreams, but I had them shelved. They were all shelved. There was this whole feeling of not feeling capable, not feeling possible, not feeling like able or capable or open or available to do those big dreams. And then it came the day where that's no longer me. And in a day, I became Big Dreaming Jana. In a day. In an absolute day, I found my Big Dreaming Jana. I decided to achieve that big dream. Okay, who is here? Oh, hello! We've got a brand new big dreamer in the house. Do our welcome party to Vanessa. Hey, Vanessa. So Wendy said, so the resistance is there to build your muscles so you're strong enough for your big dream. Yes! Exactly. So resistance is this thing that people talk around on the internet like it's some horrible thing. I'm like, resistance is the best thing ever. Because like when I say to you, as soon as you finish that initial part of your action phase and you're just like banging stuff out and you're getting the ball rolling, you're getting the big dreams ball rolling. So once you hit resistance, the ball is already rolling. So you're going to have to go on. That's when I say keep going and growing for your big dreams, because everybody stops at that resistance point. Very few keep going past the resistance. Very few make it through that next bit, right? So resistance will be there from as soon as it hits you. As soon as resistance hits you, it is going to be there until you finish the thing, until you achieve the big dream. Not once you actualize the big dream, until you achieve the big dream. It is going to be there, because after you've achieved the big dream, you're going to be dealing with sabotage. But it's not a bad thing. The sabotage, if you can move through sabotage, you will feel the feeling of a big dreams actualization, and that feels completely different to big dreams achieving. It feels locked in. It feels completely loaded. It feels completely coded. It feels a part of you. It is completely a part of you from the top to the bottom, and all of your field around you is locked in, and it is not something you ever really need to think about. You have the template, you have imprinted that big dream on you, and it is a part of who you are, and it becomes habitual. So Vanessa said, what other ahhhs have you got? And do you have any questions about this? And do I have any more points that I said I was going to make and that I did not make? So Vanessa said, how do I find my big dream? I can feel it or something amazing, but I am resisting the ability to see it. Yeah, okay, so resistance can sometimes be, it's kind of like that whole thing of I don't know. When a client says to me, I love that. Vanessa says, I want to be loaded and coded. I love it. I love that feeling of loaded and coded with the big dream. So I have this thing when my clients come to me and they ask me, I ask them something and they say, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Those three words mean you know full well, subconsciously, you know full well exactly what your big dream is. You're just not letting yourself either see it or say it. I don't know equals I know exactly what my big dreams is, but I don't want to say it or allow myself to see it, because then that means that I will be activated, and that also means, what does that mean? If that big dream is achieved, what does that mean for me? What does that mean for my family? You can have a macro big dream or a micro big dream. Your micro big dream, I don't know what it could be, but it could be just like to have an amazing life where you're abundantly provided for, and you walk on the beach every day and you just post it on social media and have a heap of fun, and that could be your micro big dream. Or you can have big dreams around a macro big dream around having a #1 best-selling book, a macro big dream around having a multiple six-figure business, or a macro big dream around having $1 million business, and a macro big dream about becoming a life worker. So selling your books and your courses and your memberships and your masterminds and your coaching and selling them out. Not for the purpose of just selling them out, but for the purpose of really being able to serve on a deeper level. And a lot of the times, if we don't know what our big dreams are specifically, it's take action. So at the start of this year, I was actually in I don't know phase. I was in the subconscious I don't know, because I literally didn't know, but I knew, but I didn't actually know what the big dream specifically was. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? I think this story might bring this home for you. It might really help. So what I noticed was, I'm trying to make this so it's got some shade for my phone, so my phone doesn't overheat. This is what happens when you're working with the elements. When you're working with the elements, it's kind of like, you just got to work with the way it is. Okay, cool. I think that's a little bit better. Okay. For example, let's go into example time. At the start of this year, there was a 3-month period. You're talking my language, babe. Oh yeah, great. I'm so excited, Vanessa. So, at the start of this year, there was 3 months before this year where we did not know what was the next big dream. And I was explaining on the internet, so I was like, I have not had this feeling for a long time of I don't know what my big dream is right now. This is crazy. I've not felt this for a while. I don't know. But I was also pretty much wanting to slap myself, because I'm like, oh my God, I'm so annoying that I say that. This I don't know thing means that you do know. You're just not letting yourself see it or say it. That is always the case 100% of the time. When you say you don't know, it's subconsciously you do know it, but consciously you may not be aware of it. So, but you may also be consciously aware of it, but not letting yourself say it or see it. So there's two ways. You can be subconsciously aware of it, but unconsciously not wanting to see it or say it. So anyway, these 3 months, it was like I don't know phase, and also knowing full well that I don't know means I do know, I just don't want to see it or say it. And so there was 3 months at the end of last year. So it was October, November, December. So we had our Big Dreams HQ. 2017, we traveled around Australia. We did our big lap around Australia. 2018, we got the Big Dreams HQ. I got this beautiful $1 million mansion in Noosa, the most amazing holiday place in the world, and my hometown, which I love my hometown. And we got this amazing, beautiful house, and I ran my retreats for my clients and some people that wanted to come to my retreats. I ran my Me Brand Method retreats, which is my personal branding course that I take people through to create their personal brands online. And all the other stuff that we talk about is belief and big dreams and all the other stuff that we talk about here. So then once I did all that, and then the lease was finished, we literally, and we rented it, the house that we rented, the $1 million house in Noosa that we rented, which was so beautiful. Once we did rent that, it was completely furnished. It was like an Airbnb house that we rented for over 6 months. So that was all it was meant to be. So come October, when it was time to move on, I could not find the beach house, my Big Dreams beach house that I wanted. But I didn't want to say, and looking back now, I was not really aware of it at the time. I was not letting myself say it, and I was not letting myself see it. I want you to actually do a scan of your life right now, and what are the things that you're not letting yourself say or see of what you actually really want. To be able to come back from traveling around Australia first time and move into and manifest our Big Dreams house, I had to go through a grieving process because I still wanted to travel, but my family did not want to travel. They were done, they were finished. However, our first trip we did in a older caravan. It wasn't set up really properly. It wasn't set up to be self-contained camping like this, wherever we want, off-grid, run by the sun. We are literally powered by the sun where we are right now. It is so cool to be off-grid, but also to have amazing reception. You can't take the social media creator out of the girl. It's great to have reception, and also to wake up to this is my front freaking yard right now. So where's the story going? Oh, that's right. So we moved, so with no place to rent, obviously we were literally homeless Airbnbers. We just went from Airbnb to Airbnb to Airbnb for 3 freaking months. And we were just like, what are we going to do now? And this is literally over December in Noosa, the most amazing holiday place. So these places are like $3 grand a week or something, $3-4 grand a week. That's a fair whack, right? So we're renting these beautiful, amazing Noosa mansions and just going, we don't know what we're going to do. We don't know. All of our family was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? We're like, we don't know. I don't know. And I was saying to the internet, I have no idea what my next big dream is. This is crazy. What I was not allowing myself to say, what I was not allowing myself to see is I was like, I want to travel again. I cannot just stand still in the one place for so long. I feel like I die a little bit inside every day. I want to be nomadic. I want to be my gypsy, wandering bohemian self, all like just free-spirited writer, artist, creator, wanderluster. I want to just travel around and just be my free-spirited self and go to beaches and be off grid and be powered by the sun and just create amazing content for the internet and share my amazing journey traveling around Australia with you guys. And I want to do that, but I wasn't allowing myself to say it or see it. So time keeps ticking by. We're not finding Big Dreams Beach House, and I'm like, I ain't moving unless it's my Big Dreams Boot Camp. I'm not moving from these Airbnbs until I find the right house. So I was being really stubborn. It comes New Year's Eve, and I'm like, okay, when, Jana, are you going to stop being so stubborn? Basically pig-headed, which is stubbornness to the point of stupidity, and it's not a word I like to use, but pig-headed pretty much sums me up sometimes. I am stubborn to the point of stupidity, but really for me it works so well. And so 3 months later of traipsing our family around these Airbnbs with resort pools and everything, so everybody's happy, and we're right in town in Noosa, so like we were just like lapping it up and loving it and being like, whatever, this is great. And it's not like we had any furniture. We still, oh, butterfly! Ah! Oh my god, a butterfly! Butterflies represent metamorphosis. They're my brand. Butterflies are my brand. That's what I do with my women. I break through all my clients. It's breakthroughs and we metamorphosis. That is what that represents for me. So thanks, universe. Okay. So how's this rocking for you? Let me know what is resonating. Let me know. Put some notes down below of anything that is really resonating with you and any ahhhs that you're having. Okay. So it was New Year's freaking Eve, and I was like, okay, Jana, are you literally? And I'm like, I surrender it. I'm like, I let go. I still don't know, and it is okay, and it is okay. And I was like, I went through ebbs and flows of I don't know, and do I know, and I don't know, and do I know, and oh my God, I don't know. Oh my goodness, I need to download Your Joy and Freedom. I love that. Oh my God, I am like a tap. A lot of my clients go, I need some Jana juice, just hit me with it. Plug me in. It's like firing on all cylinders. I don't even know why I've named this firing on all cylinders, but I guess I will always come back full circle. It will have a point. So it's New Year's Eve. No freaking clue what we are gonna do. No, I had the I don't know shit going on. Then I'm building my big dreams. I'm building my belief. I'm taking action. So I was doing all these steps for a particular big dream that I didn't even know I was on the timeline of doing or having, because of my dedication and my deliberateness with doing my mindset work, with doing my energy work, with doing my alchemy work. And so I was setting my big dreams, and my big dreams is like $1 million business. I was building my beliefs for it. I was getting up at 4:30 a.m. every single day. I don't know what my big dream is, but I was freaking taking action, because action creates clarity. Action creates clarity. So if action also gives me the answers. So in that time of I don't know, I took action like a motherfucker, like a mofo. I was getting up at 4 a.m. every single morning to do my freaking journaling, because I don't know what my big dreams is. I wasn't doing it as a freak show freak out. I was doing it as like, answers are in the actions. I will have my questions answered through my quest. And so my quest was get up every day, take abundant amounts of action so I can have and receive the answers. Get up every day, take abundant amounts of action so I can receive the answers, because that's where the answers lie. So I'm doing this for 3 months. No answers are coming, surrendering to the process, holding great faith, holding good faith, knowing it's going to come through, knowing I fully believe in my Big Dreams Blueprint. I know how this works. I've done it a million times. I've been around the Big Dreams block many times. I've been chasing big dreams for 13 freaking years. I know how it goes down. I know that holding good faith phase before it drops in. And so 3 months of getting up every freaking day, building setting my big dreams, matching my big dreams with my belief, taking major action, abundant amounts of action every single day. Abundant amounts of action. I want to roll with that. Let's write that down below, because I want to actually I might make it like a meme out of it or something like that. It's good. And then so taking all the action, and I was like launching stuff, and I was like having best months ever and all that stuff, like growing. It's New Year's Eve, and I was like, oh my God, seriously? Like, I've been getting up for 3 months, 4:30 a.m. to do my journaling, to do my alchemy work, to do my mindset, to do my breakthroughist work, to do my reticulation work, to do my, and then just slaying the internet with action every single day to receive my answers. I'm like, okay, it's New Year's Eve. Literally, I'm holding good faith. I've done the freaking work. Could you please give me some direction? Because I really like to hit New Year's Day knowing what the fuck I'm doing. But I didn't. So it was New Year's Eve. Our friend comes over, and you guys all know this story. I have said this a million times, but one of my friends that we were traveling with the year before, this is alchemistic in and of itself. It was an alchemistic situation that happened in and of itself. So our friend that we traveled around, we met traveling around Australia the first time, by the way, I'm not allowing myself to say or see this big dream that I just love to travel. I want to be my wandering gypsy, free-spirited self, singing in the sunshine, streaming in the sunshine every day like this. By the beach, a different beach all the time, different backgrounds, different places, different people. I just love it. And living my life according to what I love and my free-spirited self. And so she happens to come over because Mark messaged her. I didn't even message her. Mark goes, hey, I see that, because she was basically by herself for New Year's Day with her kids, so 3 kids. She came over. Long story short, we had an amazing night, New Year's Eve, obviously. Woke up the next day, went and got bacon and egg breakfast, as always that you do with a hangover. Went and had, we went and watched the sunrise, of course, with a hangover, because as you do. So we went to bed at 12:30, because we were just like, we're going to get up for the sunset. The sunrise. So we got up to sunrise, watched the sunrise on Sunrise Beach, which is always the most amazing place for me to watch the sunrise at the start of the year. Sunrise on Sunrise Beach. I mean, come on. It's amazing. And I got up on New Year's Day. We did that and I was like, this feels really weird. I don't know what we're going to do. I still don't know what my big dream is. This feels so weird. And then we went to get bacon and eggs because as you do, hangover cures, we all know how that is, even though we got up at like 4 a.m. to watch the sunrise at Sunrise Beach because the sunrise is so freaking early there. And then we go out to lunch and then the lady from my Airbnb messages and said, do you want to extend your stay? We were going to be going the next day. And I'm like, I'm just going to have to extend it because I don't really want to spend today looking for an Airbnb on freaking New Year's week. It's the busiest week in Noosa, right? Everything was booked out except this beautiful house out of town that we were in, this beautiful bush house. And then my friend says, why don't you take a caravan? We're house sitting at the moment. You can take it for 3 weeks. I wasn't allowing myself to see or say the big dream that I want to travel Australia again. But within 10 minutes of us setting up her caravan that she so generously and so serendipitously lent to us, it was like $100,000 setup, guys. Like that's the universe stepping in and just being like, and I usually would say no, but I was like, universe, I'm going to go with that. I received that. So within 10 minutes, we were planning to go around Australia. That was it. So literally within 1 day, we chose to go around Australia again this year. And it shows you that those 3 months I did know, but I was not consciously aware of what subconsciously I wanted to do. So I want you to know that when you don't know that was a long ass answer to your question, Vanessa. That was a long ass answer. I hope that works. But when you don't know what that big dream is, take abundant amounts of action based off belief. Set the big dream. The big dream is, what is the big dream above the big dream? So my big dream is like $1 million business. So that had nothing to do with anything else. It was just like, I want $1 million life workers business that changed millions of women's lives, as in I help millions of women feel capable of their big dream. Because when you feel capable, you take action. When you feel capable, you let those big dreams come through. My intuition keeps telling me, just use your tools. You have so many, just take action, but flip it. It feels like swimming in mud. Well, that's what happens. This is where firing on all cylinders happen. And I'm trying to make this Facebook Live actually make sense to the title that I put on, but whatever. It's always meant to be. So firing on all cylinders, you can imagine that 3 months could have been so different. Sign me up. Oh yeah, well, guess what? Big Dreams Blueprint is here. So message me if you want to be a Big Dreams Blueprint. It is amazing. I'm so epically excited about it. It's 84 actionables to actualize your big dreams. It's the template. It's 84 actionables are spread across 4 sections of stages of your big dreams, shifts of your big dreams, strategies of your big dreams, and steps of your big dreams. It's freaking a template. It's a blueprint that I've been working 13 years on. It is also going to be my book, but my book is not going to be coming until 2020 because it is a super duper special book that is literally like a memoir, like my life's work put together. This is the course version, so you don't have to wait to the book to do the course because people need this right here, right now. It's literally like a survival guide. It is a breakthrough guide. It's going to blow your mind guide situation going on. So I'm doing the course, the Big Dreams Blueprint, which is 84 freaking days, 3 months course. So message me about that. Also, I have Mission 6 opened at the moment, which is my 6-month coaching. My 6-month coaching program, you get 6 of my courses plus Big Dreams Blueprint and anything that I launch within our 6 months together, and 12 months access to School of Big Dreams. So you really do get all the things with my coaching so that you can get the whole framework. You can get Life Workers, Me Brand Method, Social Media Nut Cracking, Big Dreams Blueprint, and anything else that I launch from there on in. So where was I at? Ad break. Finished. My intuition keeps telling me to use the tools that you have available. It's just, that's okay. That's right. Thank you. That helped me. So resistance and sabotage and belief building. So think about, okay, this is where firing on all cylinders. Think about a regular human being and then Jana. And there's Jana. Picture me in those 3 months. A regular human being would have been like We are literally homeless, living in Airbnbs. This is not good. This is not okay. Get your shit together. Sort yourself out. Don't wait. Clearly, there is no beach houses available right now. Just live in a regular house, right? Just rent a regular house. Stop being so damn freaking picky. You don't get to be picky when you are staying in freaking Airbnbs. When you have kids that are going to school and you're in an Airbnb and their friends are coming over to Airbnbs. That is not regular human being thought forms. But Jana's like, I'm trying to find the answers to my questions. I'm taking action. I'm firing on all cylinders. In those 3 months, I got like, this is me finding the answers, taking action, firing on all cylinders. So I got up, right? I got up in the morning at the 4:30. I do my DreamsBO work. I do my retriculation work, which are all in courses that are available to my clients, but also in School of Big Dreams. I do my retriculation work. I do my breakthroughist work to do my identity work, my release work, my energy work, and my belief work. There is all the work that goes on. I mean, this shit is like 24/7. You do not get to have a break from being conscious. It is not something you get a holiday from. It is a full-time job. Achieving your big dreams gets to be your full-time gig. And there ain't nothing wrong with that, because really what you're going to do is being present is actually part of being conscious, right? So you just don't get a break from being conscious and present. Why would you want to? Why would you want to? I don't even understand that concept. It's ridiculous. So then you've got 3 months there. Regular human beings would have been just spiraling the self-talk south. It would be south, self-talk, straight up. It'd be like, you're an idiot. Get your shit together, girl. Oh my God, can't you sort your shit out? Oh my God, da 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 da. Like, you would be telling yourself the shittiest self-talk ever on earth, right? So then you would have that 3 months would not have actually blossomed into this amazing big dream that we are traveling around Australia. I love to tell you all the intricate details of big dreaming, because otherwise you just think that people just click their fingers and shit just happens and you have shitty self-talk and it still just happens. No. I held good faith for 3 months, and this big dream happened, which a big dream I say I didn't know I had, but I fucking knew I had it. I just wouldn't let myself see it and say it because I didn't know that my family wanted to travel again. And so really it wasn't like, when we went in the caravan, I said to my kids, I was like, do you want to travel again? They're like, yes, Mum, I want to travel. I've been looking at the bucket list family and I want to travel again. I was like, okay, let's travel again. And then my husband's like, yeah, this is the life, let's do this. He's like, this is the life, this is amazing. You're hilarious, I love it. Oh my God, I love brand new big dreamers. It's so much fun. It's like new people to play with. It's like you know, when a new kid would come to school and it's like, oh my God, new people to play with. It's so exciting. I love it. So firing on all cylinders was at the same time. Do you know what I did every day? Every day I went for I would do my inner work and then I would go for a goddamn run. Of course I would. And I ran 5Ks every other day. 5Ks with shin splints, by the way. Let's just like side note that out. But I was so determined. So I would if you ever want a freaking drug-free rush, go for a goddamn run with the best freaking high vibe music ever did you see and hear in your ears. And you will be having an alchemistic, euphoric, freaking orgasm running, just being like, oh my God, I love life. Oh my God. I mean, just like running. Just like, oh my God. Oh, look at the sparkles of the water. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And it just like, you literally just blows your mind of the elixir that will give you. And so running was like this drug that I was taking every day and just being lit up and firing on all cylinders, and then going for a swim every day and doing mega Facebook lives and taking my belief work to an elite level. And so doing it every single freaking day, going for my run every day, doing all these things every day, and just firing myself on all cylinders when I did not know, when I had no clarity of where I was going and what the big dream was going to be for the next year. I love that you love that. It was a little bit rogue there, wasn't it? We went a bit rogue. So that's why it's important. Unless you want to lose your marbles, the only effort I go to is to be firing on all cylinders. Firing on all cylinders. The effort I go to is to get into the energy and to nurture my emotions when I'm on multiple big dreams timelines at the same time. There is multiple big dreams timelines happening for me right now. I'm in resistance for some. I'm in sabotage for others. I'm in big dreams phase for some. I'm in the rewards phase for others. So there's all these other things going on. And if I was not hyper aware that I get to be firing on all cylinders every single day, so I'm able to beautifully, wonderfully, alchemistically go through the big dreams journey and really enjoy the entire process rather than let it take me down and let it make me suffer and let it make me struggle. Instead, really understanding how big dreams work, how big dreams breathe through you, live through you, and how to activate them, how to do the actionables that help you to actualize them, how to activate the action every single day so you're taking action that speeds up. Because listen, if you want to do fast manifestation, take fast freaking action. It's not rocket science. Faster manifestation equals get an idea, act an idea. Fast action on the inspired ideas. Set a big dream. It could be a micro big dream for today. Set that big dream. The immediate action items that come to you, just freaking do them. That will lead to fast manifestation. Fast manifestation is an effect of fast action, not any willy-nilly action. Action on inspired ideas that are off the back of belief work, that are off the back of believing in yourself, not disbelief. So firing on all cylinders is done. So I want to tell you the things about Big Dreams Blueprint. Oh my God. So here's the story. Here's the backstory, right? I'm going to probably do a selly sell, like a straight up just sell for it, because this is like weaving it in with my service. This was fully serving you guys, giving you nuggets you can chew on. In my courses, that's where we nut it out and we go to all the levels, and I give you all the processes, the meditations, the visualizations, the activations, the actualizers, all the things. All the actionables to help you achieve your big dreams, because this is beautiful. Just hearing it is amazing, but then there's actually the actionables that we go get done to actualize your big dreams, right? So Big Dreams Blueprint is going to be 84 days. 84 days. That's not a random number. I know. So I've got the framework, I've got the template, I've got the blueprint. The blueprint for your big dreams is to understand the big dream stages, which we kind of talked about a little bit of those today, kind of. The big dreams shifts, so basically the mindset shifts that are required, and every single big dreams timeline, you go to a new level and the next level of understanding those big dreams shifts. So these mindset shifts, that are essential mindset shifts to achieve and actualize your big dreams. And so some of those are like around gratitude and taking your gratitude to the next level, and not looking for new things, like new mindset things, but actually realizing the fundamental mindset shifts. So looking at resistance and acceptance, looking at the daily difference, the difference of doing things daily, which is in the mindset, in the big dream shifts. These are the essential mindset shifts to achieve your big dreams. So without going cuckoo cuckoo. Then we've got the big dream strategies. So these are like the actionables around balance, around bringing it, around butt kicking, around achieving your big dreams, around it's like the journaling, the habits, the rituals, all those things, right? I was going to talk about habits, and that's literally like, I'm going to have to talk about that tomorrow. So then what we've got after that, so those are the strategies, and I break each one of those down. And then I've got the big dream steps, which is basically subconsciously reprogramming yourself to achieve your big dreams. This is literally in one course, by the way, because it's going to be my book down the track in 2020, because I'm in the middle of writing it right now. And I looked at the framework, I looked at the outline, I'm like, that's a freaking book, that's a freaking course. I need to do the course version of this. I can't make them wait another 2 years for this book to be done. I've got to really, because that book is really special to my soul and my spirit, and I'm loving taking the time and dedication to write it and publish it and let it be everything that it wants to be. But in the meantime, in the interim, it wants to be a course right here, right now. And so habits equals tomorrow. Woohoo! Thanks, Wendy Jasper. So we've got big dream stages, big dream strategies, big dream shifts, big dream steps. Guess what? I've just been talking with my executive assistants, we're going to get cards done up around this, and those are going to be only available for the people that do Big Dreams, the Big Dreams course, the Big Dreams Blueprint course. And they're going to be really like, there's going to be 84 of them, so it's going to help you, like, you basically pull a card and you know what actionable to take for the day. Because a lot of the actionables are actually like mindset practices, journaling practices, but they're specific ones. They're very specific. And so there's 84 of them, and they're in different categories. And so you could go to the stages and you could pull one through and be like, which stage am I at, and resistance, and then it'll be giving you the resistance exercises, the resistance actionables. So I've got the 4 sections, right? That's the framework. And then within each of those, there is 7 steps. And within the 7 steps, there is 3 actionables within each of the 7 steps, which equals 84. That's why. So excited for this. I'm so excited. Woohoo! Gonna message you. Yay, Vanessa. Oh, yeah. Vanessa. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Wendy Jasper. And Wendy Jasper is obviously a client. So guess what? She gets Big Dreams Blueprint because she's hooked up to all the things that I launch during our work together, and she's already gone through Me Brand Method, Life Workers, and Social Media Nutcracking, so you're fully primed and prepped for Big Dreams Blueprint. This is going to be the best thing ever. So I was talking to my assistant who knows me well, and so knows my courses well, and has been actually working with me for years and years and years. And so she said, when she saw the outline for Big Dreams Blueprint, she's like, oh shit, this is a movement. Oh my God, this needs to tantalize all your senses. This is like everything. This is like life. And I was like, yeah, it's my life's work. All the Jana things I know, right? So, oh my God, so Big Dreams Blueprint, it was unanimous. Everybody, all the big dreamers said, yeah, let's call it this. So I showed her the list of all the 84 actionables, and she's like, holy shit, this is like a movement. Oh my God, because she's been following me so long, she's seen these things peppered throughout, but this is them all coming together. And I was like, 3 months, is it too much? I mean, like, that's long, because it was only going to be 4 weeks, and I knew that was just going to be ridiculous, because all that would be me doing would be talking about the actionables, not giving them the actual tools for the actionables, as in, like, there's specific meditations that I do for specific actionables, like specific actionables to-dos that I do for each stage of my big dreams, for each bit of my big dreams. It's just like, oh my God, I'm so excited about this. Like, literally, I can't even, like, oh my God, I can't even. If you're in Mission 6 that I am currently doing an intake with, and if you are an OG Big Dreamer, you know that every single intake of my coaching, I actually increase the pricing incrementally every single intake. So of course, once it all fills up, which is almost going to be filled up, I would say probably by the end of the week, my price goes up for Mission 6, which is my 6-month coaching program, which means it is 6 month, you and me, my 6 courses, my 6 major courses, and then also Big Dreams Blueprint, you get included. I literally feel like I'm like, whoa, I'm pretty sure all those courses equal what it actually is. So I'm like, I've been pretty much coaching them free. That's okay. I love it. So 6 months of messenger, one-on-one messenger with me every day, which is done through Voxer. 6 months of weekly sessions, because God knows what happens to my big dreamers when they spend a week without me. Oh my God, they fall off the bandwagon, the Big Dreams bandwagon, quicker than I can click my friggin' fingers. So I'm just like, guys, let's keep your shit together. Let's keep on working with these big dreams. Let's keep on breakthroughing you every single day. That's what happens. So that's why I have to do weekly sessions with the big dreamers, because we need to be breaking through at that rate to be achieving these big dreams at this rate that we achieve our big dreams, at lightning speed, so fast that it makes people's heads spin. Big Dreams Blueprint. Who's excited? What are you most excited about? Are you most excited about the big dream stages? So I will do like an information video where I'm going to go through all the things, but oh my goodness, gosh gracious. So even yesterday I was recording one of the bits of it, because there's this self-talk spiraling that you do in the sabotage part of your big dream stages. For each of your big dreams timelines, there's stages within those timelines of each big dream. And I know it's going to be confusing. That's why we need 84 days so I can really flesh it out for you. It's really simple. It's really clear. It's very clear, but it's complex and it's dynamic, and it gets to be a course because it is dynamic and there's a lot to it, but it will be a blueprint for your life. And it's literally combining 13 years, nearly 14 years of me quitting my job 13 years ago to go for my big dreams. And this is everything that I've learned up until this point, and even more so the last 5 years with my quantum leaps that I've gone to, from going from literally like $10,000 year to a multiple six-figure big business year, the first year that I had my online business, to now being an amazing life worker with over 30,000 followers on my Instagram. Killing it. Oh yeah. Killing it on the Instagram. My YouTube growing by the freaking day. I'm getting sometimes 3,000-4,000 views on my YouTube videos, which means to me it's not numbers. These are people. It's not numbers to me. Nothing. Those 30,000 people on my Instagram is not numbers. It's people. Facebook, I got asked the other day, they're like, your numbers on Facebook are smaller. I'm like, yeah, because Facebook's my buyers. That's where all my customers are. It's like literally my customer place. They come from Instagram to come buy on my Facebook. They come buy on Facebook. Facebook is where we do the deals. Facebook is like the deal. This is where we do the deals. It's not necessarily the fastest growth platform, but it is where it is my creation hub. It's where I create all my content and I distribute it out into the internet. I multi-purpose it over the internet, and I also distribute it across my multiple channels. But Facebook is just my home of my content, basically, and also the home of my relationships. It's also the home of where I work with my clients. It's also the home of, it's basically where all my customers are. So that's why the numbers are lower here, but it doesn't. It's basically my customer base. This is where they are. This is where my buyers are. Guys, what do you think? Did we top yesterday's Facebook Live? That was still pretty good. I think yesterday's Facebook Live was absolutely historically history making yesterday, right? So message me about Mission 6 if you want to work with one-on-one with me. Wendy is already working one-on-one with me, so you send me all the messages just as you do. We love them. And then Big Dreams Bootcamp. Get yourself ready to get into Big Dreams Blueprint. I've been saying Big Dreams Bootcamp for like 4 years, so it's going to take me a little while because this is brand new. This is a completely brand new course. It's totally different. She, being a Big Dreams Bootcamper, she watched it. She looked at my outline. She's like, this is not Big Dreams Bootcamp. This is so different. This is like, the blueprint word means it's like imprinting. We're imprinting your big dreams on you. So you were imprinted with these beliefs. You are imprinted. It was good, really good. But yesterday's was next level. Agreed. I mean, you got to kick off your launch with something spectacular. And yesterday's Facebook Live was pretty freaking spectacular. This just is just like amazingly good, like all my Facebook Lives are, except for when my create crap ones, when I've come back after not doing them daily, and they're just so shit. Sorry, guys. I'm just like so rusty. Okay guys, I need to go and message all the people back that have inquired about Big Dreams Blueprint and Big Dreams and my Mission 6, which will include all the things. Oh my god, I'm so excited about this. I feel so alive. I feel so energized. This is what happens when I lock and code and load myself onto a big dream. So my big dream for Big Dreams Blueprint is it's going to be a whole movement. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing with cards, and it's gonna all the senses. And oh my god, I need to talk to Wendy Jasper actually, because I want to have motivational wear. I want motivational wear to be a thing. Motivational wear, yes, not active wear, motivational wear. It's my thing, and this makes so much sense. This Big Dreams thing makes so much sense. I want to have like a tank top that says Big Dreams. It's my motivational wear. So there you go. That's all the things. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, let's talk. Woohoo! I hope you guys have the best day ever growing to big dreams. Thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate your presence. I so appreciate the cartwheels. I so appreciate the cheerleading and your engagement, and you guys for making this everything that it is, because you guys make this video everything that it is, because you manifest what I say. Everything that I've said today was manifested for you being here or at the after party. If you're watching the replay, this is made for you because you manifested it from me, because it happened to be the video that you chose to watch. I'm so grateful for you being here live with me. I'm so happy that I was able to stream this substance for you today. Hopefully it helps you to go out into the world today to feel more capable of your big dreams, and you go out there and achieve them, because you're not given a big dream without the ability to actualize it. I hope you have the best day ever, 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 amen. And I'll see you in the next video. Message me if you want details for any of the things, and I'll see you in the next video. Chief Big Dreamer of the internet is out.